Walking, standing, and even sitting might be a little challenging and frequently confused with all these illusions. Greetings from Watch Mojo. In this video, we rank the top 10 locations on Earth where gravity doesn't exist. This list highlights locations throughout the world where gravity looks to behave differently or function differently. Only locations that actively defy gravity will be listed. Some locations, like the Stone of Damasco in Argentina, have lost the war against gravity. Please let us know about any places that defy gravity that somehow missed the cut for our list in the comments section. Number 10. Electric Brae, Scotland. Here in South Ayrshire, Scotland, there's a quarter-mile stretch of road when you come upon something that defies explanation. A quarter-mile stretch of road in South Ayrshire, Scotland, is known as the Electric Brae. Residents have observed that things such as cars appear to slide upward rather than downward. The automobile rolls up the hill when the driver stops and shifts into neutral. Its name comes from the fact that back in the 1800s, this was thought to be caused by either magnets or the still undiscovered phenomena of electricity. The truthful explanation, though, is far less appealing. Something that appears to be traveling uphill is rolling downwards due to the way the road turns. The relative slope looks to go this way because the road tilts in the same direction as the entire terrain, albeit slightly less so. That hasn't stopped travelers from being amazed by the seeming trick of gravity. Former President and U.S. General Eisenhower. Number 9. Spook Hill, USA. This hill in Lake Wales, Florida, may be just 50 miles from Disney World, but it's more known for being haunted than enchanting. Another place where things seem to tumble uphill rather than downward is Spook Hill. Strange, the car is rolling backward uphill, so I thought it was a little bit strange. In this instance, local lore attributes its attributes to a ghost. According to legend, a chief of Native Americans battled an alligator to death on top of a hill. Years later, pioneers who were utilizing the army trail at the top of the ridge to transport goods by horse discovered that the horses were having difficulty reaching the bottom of the crest, appearing to be going downwards. It's rumored that one or both of them can make objects on Spook Hill defy gravity, yet they are unsure who will win. Sadly, it's just another example of an optical illusion, even though the tale is quite interesting. Number 8. Chaitiyo Pagoda, Myanmar. Another enormous rock, this one painted gold, is perched atop a Buddhist pagoda on a rock in Myanmar's Mount Chaitiyo. The rock looks like it could topple over at any time, but it hasn't despite multiple local quakes. Oh, and did we also mention that it has been there for 2,500 years? A tale states that one of the Buddha's hairs is supporting the boulder. The Chaitiyo Pagoda is one of the most well-known sanctuaries in Burma because of this legend. It's a marvel of nature elevated to holiness via legend. Because the boulder is supposed to resemble a Buddhist monk's head, and they are barred from interacting with women because of their vows, there is also a superstitious belief that women could move it. Women are therefore forbidden from touching the boulder. Number 7. Ignis Mystery Area, USA. Several cabins with strange attributes can be found in the Ignis Mystery Area, which was first found in Rapid City, South Dakota in the early 1950s. People can appear to grow and shrink based on their position inside the space, stand sideways on the walls, and pour water that runs uphill. And as she pushes the water, it comes up instead of falling. Oh, I'm almost getting hit by the rain over here. This mystery location, like most of our entries, is the product of deft use of perspective, with the cottages built at an angle. These occurrences deceive our perceptions into thinking one thing is occurring when in reality quite another is occurring. While entertaining, the experience doesn't exactly defy physics. Thus, it's a full-body effect rather than just an eye trick. It's palpable to you. I mean, it's the same inside the cabin. It's obvious that gravity is acting on your body, and the place is insane. Number 6. Street Ignis Mystery Location, USA. Many of the features seen at other mystery sites are also present at Street Ignis Mystery Spot, another tourist trap situated in the Michigan town of the same name. These strangely designed cabins and structures warp perception in ways that enable objects to defy gravity, make tall people appear shorter, or make you feel queasy. Walking, standing, and even sitting might be a little challenging and frequently confused with all these illusions. Nevertheless, the Street Ignis Mystery Spot differs from other mystery zones in a few ways. For those looking for entertainment without losing their minds, there's a zipline, mini-golf, and maze in addition to the optical illusions. You have to be at least 5 years old to ride it, and we've had people as old as 90 years old come up here and zipline, which is awesome. Number 5. Moncton Magnetic Hill, Canada. Another gravity hill is the Moncton Magnetic Hill, which is located in Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada. You are already familiar with the general idea as we have already covered a few of these gravity hills. Our brains interpret the hill's apparent upward slope as a downslope since that's how it appears on the visual plane. However, in contrast to some of the others, locals have made money off of this specific experience. Some of the truck drivers would say, I'd swear there's a magnet in that hill pulling us back. It costs about $6 to feel like you're sliding back uphill in a car during the busiest time of year. It has maintained its appeal over the past 5 years since people continue to comment, "Well, I feel it. My body is sensing it, and my head is feeling a little lighter. There must be something going on with this." Number 4. Hoover Dam, USA. A well-liked tourist attraction in the United States, the Hoover Dam is a feat of engineering. Many of the numerous visitors to the building finally noticed something strange. When water was thrown over the edge, it appeared to defy gravity as the water droplets drifted upward instead of falling. Even while it's very awesome to watch the liquid flow in the opposite direction, the strong updraft the dam produces is drawing it in. The wind, which is responsible for propelling water that would otherwise fall to earth back up towards the sky, exists even if it may not be seen. Number 3. England's Kinder Downfall. We could have talked about many other strange waterfalls like the inverted one in Chile, but instead, we chose to talk about the Kinder Downfall, which is located in Derbyshire, England, close to Hayfield. The Kinder Downfall, which is 98 feet tall, flows regularly most of the time. However, when strong winds, especially from the west, drive the waterfall upward rather than downward, producing spray that is visible for miles around. Although the wind is thankfully not strong enough to send portions of the Kinder Downfall back up, the falls are known to freeze over in the winter. So John, where are we now? I'm not entirely certain. We seem to have entered a different dimension. Number 2. Santa Cruz Mystery Spot. While there are many mysterious locations in the United States, one of the most well-known is in Santa Cruz, California. The mystery location, like many others, is a slanting cabin whose design and proportions make it seem as though everything moves uphill and that individuals may lean impossibly far forward without toppling over. George Prather found the location of the mysterious area in the 1940s after his cabin tumbled down a slope. Not very long afterward, he began to notice oddities such as spherical objects rolling uphill. The mystery site is another example of how the gravity hill phenomenon tricks the mind's vision, despite the proprietor's claims that it is the consequence of a meteor hitting the spot or an electromagnetic field. Even though that might provide the answer, it's still worthwhile to try for yourself. Honorable mention: South Korea's Jeju Island. Mystery Road gives the idea that objects are rolling uphill. India's Magnetic Hill. Are there magnetic forces causing the automobiles to roll upward? No, it's just another trick of the eyes. Armenia's Mount Aragats. This mountain contains an area rich in gravitational anomalies. Before we go any further, don't forget to hit the bell to receive updates on our most recent videos and to subscribe to our channel. You can choose to receive notifications for every video or only the infrequent ones. Make sure you turn on notifications in your phone's settings while using it. Number 1. The Hudson Bay Anomaly, Canada. Even though there are some noteworthy facts, the main relevant feature of the Hudson Bay to our list is its anomalously high freezing point. Other notable features include its anomalously low gravity. Really no, items weighed in this area are tenths of an ounce lighter than those weighed elsewhere. Even while it might not seem like much, it has a big impact across a big region. It turns out that during the most recent ice age on Earth, a massive ice sheet covered the region, which is what caused the gravitational deficit. The Hudson Bay's mass and gravity were reduced as a result of the massive volume of ice pushing down the granite underneath. Strange, isn't that right? Do you concur with our selections? WatchMojo has released another clip. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to receive updates on our newest videos.